Welcome everyone to season 3 of the Far Left Lane podcast. For our Spanish viewers, this is Cisano Tres.
Nice, dude.
I don't think that's how you say
Inclusivity.
season, but Cisano, I don't know, it sounded right to me.
I'm sure that's
I'm sure that's
offensive to
wrong.
some people. Just putting an O at the end of any word and being like, I speak Spanish now.
Yeah. I got Trace though. I didn't say Treso
Yeah,
or
that's good.
3-0. Um, so we're gonna be we got some interesting topics. We're gonna do space trivia to start out, and we're gonna talk about
Nice.
news. We're gonna do a car tier list, as promised from our
Oh yeah.
episode
Oh,
update.
here, let's do a kind of like a reenactment.
That's
All
a
right,
great
Kevin,
idea.
let's do cars next week.
All
And
right,
guess what? It's next week, so we'll do a tier list of cars. And it's not what you think.
sounds good. All right, well, let's start out with the trivia game.
All right, I'm
All right.
probably not going to be great at this.
No, I think you will. It's space themed. You know your space pretty good.
I don't
Um,
know, dude. I really don't think so. I mean, I think it'd be funny though to watch me bomb.
yeah,
So
but it's gonna be easier because it is multiple choice. So
okay.
the
So
correct
more
answer.
embarrassing when I get it wrong.
No, no, no. All right. First question. Which is the smallest planet in our solar system? A, Earth, B, Venus, C, Mercury, or D, Mars?
um, it's got to be Venus, right?
Is that your final answer?
I
I'm gonna go through I'm Earth, Venus, Mercury, or Mars.
I don't know about Mercury. I thought Venus is just pretty tiny. I don't know, dude. It's probably the answer I'm not gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Venus, but I think it's Mercury. Yeah.
Mercury is correct.
Okay.
All right, you get 20 points for that.
Cool.
Congratulations. Um, which gas is most abundant in Jupiter's atmosphere? Ready? A, oxygen, B, nitrogen, hydrogen, D, carbon dioxide.
I'm
This
gonna
one's
go
a
with
tough one.
D. I'm going with D.
Carbon dioxide?
I think it's very inhospitable, right? I would be
Uh,
surprised if it had oxygen, nitrogen, like rich, like atmosphere, like Earth. I don't think it's anything like Earth.
no, I think that's right. Oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, or carbon dioxide.
I feel like the way you said hydrogen was a
Oh, did I
hint,
say
but
that
I'm
right?
gonna I'm gonna stick with D.
D. Okay. It is hydrogen. It's C.
Okay.
All right. So you
Oh,
still get your 20 points.
what are
Um,
these points? Are they like transferable for like anything?
they're
Was there
you
an
can trade them
exchange
in for
rate?
Canadian pennies.
Okay, so we're not worth much. All right. Next
Um,
question.
next question. All right. What year did Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin become the first humans to ever land on the moon? Was it A,
Um,
1975, B, 1969, C, 1492, or D, 1776?
I think it's B, right? 69 sounds right.
You are correct.
Good. I was for a second. I was thinking maybe that. Okay, yeah. I'm glad that I followed an instinct
Yeah, I
and didn't say 1776.
when I was coming or 1492, I was like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw in some obvious incorrect ones in here. Actually, this next one is um, there's kind of a
yeah.
giveaway and of or a throwaway option in here. Who was the first American to orbit the Earth? Was it Neil Armstrong? A.
Oh,
Neil
I know
Armstrong,
this
excuse
one.
me. B. Sally Ride.
I
C.
think it's
John
John
Glenn.
John
Or
Glenn.
D.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
I wish it was Danny DeVito. Or a movie starring John Glenn or starring Danny DeVito as John Glenn. That'd also
I
be
would
pretty
watch that.
entertaining.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know it's John Glenn for sure.
that is correct. So you have 60 points now, 60 Canadian pennies. Um,
Nice. I'm gonna buy myself some maple syrup.
you could put it towards it. I don't know if you'd be able to afford a bottle.
Not even like a little mini. Oh man.
These you get 60. You don't even get a dollar. These are 60 Canadian pennies. All right, last question.
I
Which
saw John
moon?
Glenn in Washington once. Just fun fact. All
Really?
right. Yeah.
Okay. Um, which moon is the most volcanically active in our solar system? This one's a tough one because I probably wouldn't have known
Oh,
the different moon names. Is
yeah, I
it
don't know
A,
a lot of.
Phobos,
Hmm.
B, Titan, C, Io, or D, Luna?
Hmm. Titan, because it's a strong, powerful name. I kind of want to go with that, but for some reason, Phobos called out to me like something really deep resonated with me when you said Phobos. So I'll say Phobos. Final answer.
Okay. That is incorrect, but
Oh
I
man, I
think your
can't
heart,
follow my heart.
yeah, your heart apparently you really want to go to Mars because that's the Mars moon. That's that weird one that's kind of like it's shaped like a I feel like kind of like a turd sort of. Like I don't know if you've
It's
ever
like
seen
the
those
yeah, yeah. I know
shadows
what
from
you're
Mars. Yeah.
I know what you're talking
Um,
about.
Titan is a moon on Saturn, and Io is actually the correct answer. Um,
Oh, okay.
that's one for. Uh, oh wait, I guess I didn't ask what planet it was on. It was just which moon. But yeah, Io is the most volcanically active, and
All
it's a
right.
Jupiter moon. Luna, I was trying to come up with moon names. Luna is actually another name for our moon, the Earth's moon. I didn't know that.
Okay. Hmm. That's probably like goes back to like Greek mythology. I hate how everything is Greek mythology or
Oh
like
yeah,
Latin sometimes. Um,
Artemis, all that. Yeah,
The Odysseus. We're gonna talk about that.
yeah. Should we talk?
um,
Should we go there? Should we start with space news?
if the quiz is over,
The quiz is
I
over.
was
You
hoping
have 60 Canadian pennies.
to get more pennies, but I'm okay with that. Um, yeah, let's pivot to the intuitive machines
Let's do
launch
it.
that like I guess it was like a last
Yeah, I have
Tuesday and a
mixed
half ago.
feelings about
Hmm.
watching it because I was pretty excited to watch the live stream. I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool,
Right.
and then there's nothing to show for it.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because like they had so many secondary systems on there like for navigation and comms and stuff. Why couldn't you just bump one of those things out and put a little camera on there?
Yeah,
Um, I guess there's shielding issues and stuff. And also maybe it is a good thing is one of their communication systems did fail. So they had to use a backup experimental NASA like
yeah,
thing that they had to like hack at the last minute.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it was something developed by NASA that because their navigation system,
yeah,
I
it
guess,
was navigation, not
yeah.
communication.
And they
Um,
there was some camera called the Eagle Eye or something like that that was the one that would have I guess provided that, but they couldn't use it.
right.
But yeah, I'm sure that the people that don't think that we've ever gone to the moon are like eating this stuff up.
Oh yeah, it's wild, dude. Every time someone fails, it just reinforces all these wacko conspiracy theories, which is kind of funny. Uh, I mean, can you imagine if all space exploration and everything was fake? It's so much work.
That would
It's
be
so many
huge
actors.
conspiracy.
It's
Yeah.
huge secret. I just don't understand how anyone believes in that.
Yeah.
But it was still, it didn't go great, but it was
A
kind of a
success.
big deal,
Yeah.
right?
Too
And
bad it landed
I don't
sideways too. Like I was like, oh
right.
yeah.
Also, I don't know if this is accurate, but I think it was like way off target, like 100 miles off target, like something like literally like landing in a different state.
Jeez.
Um,
Yeah.
but hey, it's tricky. Trammel, you're so
Yeah.
sweet, girl.
And
Um,
it's a private company. I would definitely it would be worse, I guess, if NASA did that because like I feel like NASA was able to live stream, the last Mars rover.
yeah.
They had that air crane that was really cool to watch. We had camera
Hmm.
feeds of running something, the DART mission where they ran something into an asteroid. It's like,
Right.
why couldn't we get a? The moon is
Well,
so close to us. I wish we did more stuff with it. But
I guess they're going back. I think they have sort of like a launch window in like 6 months
this,
for
the same company.
I I am too. So this was
Oh, okay.
Intuitive Machines IM-1, also known as Odysseus, which I didn't like. I'm like, Intuitive Machines is a cool name. It's just like it tells you what it is. But a lot of them are calling it Odie, which I think is cute. But yeah, IM2 is I think already got a firm launch date.
That's cool.
So I believe in them. I think they'll nail it before the end of the year. Uh, I was reading about just some of the specs in this thing and the 3D printed rocket nozzle using this like mix of liquid methane, and that got me to thinking. You always hear in like the climate change conversation about how terrible farming,
Methane.
especially factory farmer, is for for the ozone.
Mhm.
Why don't they make big biodomes that are basically like methane rocket fuel factories? You just have
We'll just let
farting
those cows like
cows
fart into some sort of
collection.
chamber, suck out the methane,
Yeah,
use it for rocket fuel.
liquefy it. Yeah, why can't we do that? Like that would be like solve multiple problems. There's probably a valid reason we don't do that.
The cost
Using
of a
cow.
dome, maybe. The dome is like, that's too expensive.
I just thought it would look cool if we had a cow biodome,
That would be neat. That's a
ro-
good idea.
rocket fuel factory. Um, but good for Intuitive Machines. I was really moved by that. Seeing like whenever you see like in the what do you call it, like in the little, it's like the galley or whatever, that where they all like saying things are nominal, and
Uh,
stuff.
the HQ, I don't know what it.
I think
Um,
there's a specific name for it, but I can't really think what it would be called. But I don't know. The emotions are so strong there, and I have that
mhm.
like weird and empathetic thing where it's like I see people that are happy and I get happy, or I get sad because I'm not that happy.
Yeah,
But like when I saw them, I was like, first time since like '72 or something that we've had an
50
American
years. Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it's a huge accomplishment, even if it didn't go perfectly. Like you said, it's a new company. That would have been actually probably even more fuel for the conspiracy theorists if like this little company went up there and did it after NASA has struggled and other
I don't. I
countries have
think either way
struggled.
they lose. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, it didn't go
I
well.
know.
We didn't make it. Oh,
Yeah,
it did go well. They faked it.
people are very entrenched in their views and their conspiracy theory religion for sure.
Yeah, it's like heads I
Um,
win, tails you lose type.
yeah. Uh, I'm looking at my notes here. I don't really think I have anything else
For space. I don't,
space related. Yeah.
oh, I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson. We can talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Tuesday.
What was it, like a live podcast or was it more like a TED talk? Like what was
It was
the
just so he does different shows like or presentations. Like this one was called "An Astrophysicist Goes to the Movies," and he's you know how he always tweets about movies. I don't know if you've
Mhm,
followed his Twitter feed before, but he'll usually like complain about something. It,
mhm,
his presentation was basically a collection of that stuff, and just talking about like the fake science and the real science. To he
mhm,
he he went over like 20-ish different movies and commercials. So it
mhm.
wasn't like it was like a deep dive into like one movie. He did a lot.
Give me
He did
some
some commercials
examples.
too. He did The Martian. The Martian
Mhm.
he brought up, and I didn't catch this. So like in that opening scene where they leave Matt Damon there because there's that sandstorm with 100-mile-an-hour winds.
I saw the movie once when it
Okay.
first came out, so I don't really remember. I mean, I remember the book probably a little bit more just because like
Yeah. Did
some
they
of the,
did
but
did that follow the book? Because I never read the book. Did
I think
is that how we
so,
got
but
left there? They had to basically leave abruptly, and there was like this sandstorm
yeah,
disaster.
I remember like maybe it is probably very similar, but the way it's like kind of outlined.
Yeah.
But the scene, I don't know. I remember it more specifically, just like yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, he brought up the fact that 100-mile-an-hour winds on Mars, apparently because of the air pressure difference, it would basically be nothing. Like it'd be like
Oh,
it'd
interesting.
be like a light wind that you would feel, even if it's 100 miles an hour, just because of the air pressure is only like less than 1% of what we have here on Earth.
Okay,
So in reality, they wouldn't have needed to leave and
right.
panic, and the spaceship wouldn't have been almost knocking over. So,
That's a far less interesting story,
oh, it would have
though.
been, yeah. But the rest of the science of him trying to like grow stuff, I mean that all
Yeah,
kind of checks out. Um, but yeah, it makes
interesting.
sense that you got
Yeah,
to have
it's
some
like,
fake stuff in there, or else it's gonna be boring.
of course, yeah. It's pretty much every movie you have to have some plot devices to make the movie happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, um,
It's like the Hobbits
uh,
and Lord of the Rings. They could have just all of it's fake, but they could have just hopped on a dragon and went to
right,
Mordor to throw the ring in. But
yeah. Uh, so it would have been like a lovely day to fly a kite, and not a day like, oh, we need to get out for this planet.
yeah,
Interesting. That's a cool detail.
but yeah, it was funny and it was entertaining. But yeah, he basically did that for a bunch of different movies. But
Was
yeah,
there
that was
like
that
a
was the
meet?
one that stood out to me
Um,
was The Martian.
was there a meet and greet or anything like that?
Uh,
Or
n It was like on a Tuesday. It was actually very crowded because apparently this is the first time he's ever come to Birmingham. He's never been here
Okay.
before. I guess he usually goes to Huntsville because there's like you know, the U.S. Space Rocket Center's up there.
Right. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Um, so it was pretty packed. There was a lot of people there.
That's neat
But
though.
yeah, I didn't get to. I took some pictures, but I didn't get to like meet him.
Hmm.
Maybe the tickets cost more for that. I don't know. I was up on a
Prob
balcony.
Yeah, usually that VIP stuff, like getting a picture opportunity, it's like kind of crazy expensive.
Yeah.
I personally don't care about that sort
I
of
I
thing.
don't either. Yeah. It's not like he's gonna remember my name or anything.
I,
Unless we
I
have him on
guess
the podcast.
that'd be cool. I guess if there was someone I really really liked and the VIP package wasn't that crazy expensive, I probably would go meet them, but I'd be like no pictures. Like I just want to have this memory,
Yeah.
of top,
I
like
just want to live in the moment.
interacting.
I don't need to take pictures.
Yeah, dude. I want to keep it real. Well, that's cool that you did that. This isn't really space, but I guess it's kind of probably Space Force related at least.
Mhm.
There's it's been a year since that Chinese spy balloon, and there's a new one now that
Oh,
is was spotted over Colorado, and then somehow it floated over to Utah, and now it's over Georgia.
dude, it's really
And
close to me.
yeah, what I was thinking about the story. It's like, dude, it's spying on us. It's tracking us. Um, I don't know. It's a weird one because there's a lot less transparency on what's actually happening. They just have a bunch of planes following it, trying to see like maybe who owns it or what it's doing. They say it isn't able to maneuver on its own. Maybe that's true, but I don't know. There's a lot of mystery surrounding this new
If
balloon.
that is true, I guess maybe it wasn't intentionally spying on us. Like if it,
Mm,
maybe not.
I don't
I
know.
don't want to be
I mean,
too dismissive, but
yeah, who knows? It's just one of those things that we don't have enough information, and
I'm surprised we didn't
that
shoot it
that
down. It's like we don't know what
that's
that is.
also weird.
Shoot
I
it.
don't know why we just like last time when we let the thing go all the way across the entire. It went from like Washington to like South Carolina, right?
Hmm.
Got to see the whole country. This one got to see a pretty big part of the country. I mean, what are we doing here? But hey, maybe there's a good reason. Maybe they're like, we can. But then again, it's not like it's if isn't maneuvering on. Who knows, dude?
We need
It's
some
just a miss.
balloon retrieval system. We need something that
Yeah,
can pop the balloon and then catch the balloon, so we could see
I
what
think
they were doing.
I think we need to stop making balloons. Balloons have been really a huge problem with the whole like UFO debate since the 50s. It
Yeah.
started with balloons and it's still balloons. I mean, did I send you my video of the balloon that I was filming out here that I
Oh, you
saw?
did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
I mean,
I didn't know what it was at first, but
it looked really weird, and that's what a lot of people, are catching these things and then they're really believing it, but it's like, come on. I mean, I was excited I got a balloon video because it shows how easy it is to like let your imagination go wild.
yeah.
Um,
And it explains the weird abrupt it was stationary and then it just jerked this way probably because of gust of wind or something.
or I think it's because a lot of these mylar balloons are so reflective, and then you get all these weird camera artifacts where the sensor kind of sees the
Uh
reflection, and then as it drifts a little bit further, it looks like it almost goes bing, transports to a new area, but it's more like you're getting all these weird trails and things. Yeah, it's interesting.
Crazy.
I should Okay. What else do we have here? Do you want to do another fun segment, or do you want to talk more about like the world?
Uh I don't know, do you want to do your car tier list? Or do you
We
want to
could do
talk
that. Yeah.
about something light like abortion?
Let's do that, dude. Yeah.
You want to talk
We'll
about abortion?
we'll we'll end it with cars because like that's pretty silly.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
What are your thoughts?
where I live, state of Alabama, um, the state
Mhm.
Supreme Court ruled that embryos, this was a few weeks ago now, or week and a half,
Mhm.
embryos have the same rights as born children. Um,
Interesting.
it is very interesting. A lot of people have been talking about it. Um, they clearly didn't
Very
think it through
controversial.
though. Yeah, very controversial, but I feel like most people understand that this is really bad for couples that are, using IVF treatment because now, unless you have a lot of money, it's very expensive to do IVF, so you have to freeze usually several or dozen embryos.
Mhm.
Um,
It's tens of thousands of dollars, right?
yeah. So like
I
what?
think it's like the
It's
price
crazy
of a
expensive.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and they have to use those same embryos when they want to get pregnant. Like they may want to have one kid and then, or they may want to have a couple of kids, right? And if they have
Mhm.
leftover embryos, what are you supposed to do with that if you only wanted two or three kids? Are you supposed to like use every single embryo or else you murdered? Like, I don't know. I drew out
Yeah,
a,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I drew out a
Okay,
little.
what is this?
So you could put an embryo in the freezer. It's check
Oh, I
mark.
thought it was like shrimp cocktail in the fridge. Okay. That makes more
um,
sense. Yeah.
and it's fine to do this. You can't put
Yeah.
a baby or a child in the freezer. That's bad.
Mm.
Um, so maybe embryos aren't children. So I
Hmm.
personally think they need to rethink. They need to rethink this.
I mean, your evidence strongly supports the science
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
the
also did a.
facts.
This is a embryo does not equal a child. I put that in there because
Yeah.
these are just my thoughts. Feel free if
It's
you
a
disagree.
it's a nice flow chart.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, a lot of people are going to
there's
disagree.
gonna be a lot of people. Uh, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty sound logic, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that you drew it out that way. I think it's actually a good teaching tool for people that maybe don't
Yeah.
understand. People that are just sort of going off their gut, being like, "No, but babies in life, it's sacred." But it's like we got to think about these things in. Uh, come on, dude. I mean,
If
it's an
you view it
embryo.
black and white like that, it's yeah. You're gonna this IVF thing is the logical thing of that you wouldn't be able to do that anymore. So all these like these people are pro-life. They want to have kids, but they can't do that if
Right.
you're going to make them responsible for discarded embryos or I'm sure they're not necessarily going to want to do that, but like it's very common where you the first one
Mm.
may not work, second one may not work. You have to try several times. So I don't know.
Wow. You have an interesting perspective on this. I haven't thought about it uh, as much, so I feel like I learned something today.
Cool.
But also, I liked I liked your chart.
Oh,
I
thank
thought
you.
that was helpful.
Yeah, I spent
Maybe that might be a
minutes on it.
clip right there. Well, I appreciate that deep dive. Um, I guess if we're already kind of in political realm, let's stay there.
Okay.
Uh,
We're just like
what what do you call? Okay, first, what do you call the thing when you're getting on the plane that like kind of tunnel you go through? Is it like the bridgeway, the jetway, something like that, right?
oh, I was gonna say boarding. That's called boarding a plane. No, that's not what you meant though. A
Like what's
term
that
is
thing
it a
you go
terminal?
down? No, the
Is that it?
terminal is like
Okay.
the concourses are these. The terminals are the specific ones, the gates, and then you have
Yes.
those little things that are kind of like the tunnels that go into the plane.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what those are called. But anyway,
The
the
plane
point being,
vein. The plane vein?
the plane. The plane vein. We'll call it the plane vein. I don't understand why we're at a point now where we're not giving Joe Biden the opportunity to use that instead of the stairs. I feel like they're setting him up for failure. Like
Oh, good
the
point.
other day he was limping, and then he was like limping when he got from the car to the stairs up to the plane, and then he had almost two wipeouts again. One wipeout for that guy. I mean, that would be it,
Jeez.
really. And I just don't see why wouldn't that be acceptable? Just give him the plane vein or the gateway or the bridgeway or the concourse or the terminal or whatever it's called. That just seems like an
Yeah.
obvious thing at this point. But hey, maybe there is some grand designs for him to hurt himself or
Was he
publicly.
limping before trying?
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
so
been
he
a
was already
couple.
sore. His doctor a
He's been
couple of days
pretty
ago said that he's fit.
perfect health. Yeah, yeah.
He's
He was
178
on.
pounds. He's six feet
Mhm.
tall, I hear. I don't know. I thought he
You
was
know, I don't
taller
know
than
how
that.
tall he is.
I
I
pulled this from an article because I saw that a couple of days ago he had his like a medical exam.
right.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't look great lately. Like he has been stumbling. He has been like, he sounds a little bit better, which is the weird thing. I think some of these things can be attributed to medication. Like when he has sort of
oh,
like vertigo type things, but he's speaking clearer. I'm like, there's correlation there. There's got to be because he was
maybe
on
he's
Seth.
taking
Um,
poppers.
he's partying. Biden is getting after it. No, I think he's on. I think he's on something because he's doing the State of the Union next Thursday,
Hmm.
which that's going to be an interesting post conversation. So he sort of did his little like practice run on Seth Meyers' TV show, which I don't watch, but I did see like a 30-second clip of it, and he was speaking very clearly. Like he was focused, but he was saying things wrong, like he does, getting like the year wrong and stuff like that. Like he's like little things. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that we need to let him not make him use the stairs anymore. I think it's kind of cruel.
Yeah, poor guy.
Then on the other side of it, there's Trump, who is, I think he's just like acting like such a more unhinged than usual. Like, so after this civil fraud case, and he had to come up with like $500 million,
Mm-hmm.
he like launched a shoe company. Did you see this shoe company?
No, tell me about it.
He went to something called SneakerCon, a convention for shoes, and he went up on stage. He brings out the new Trump shoes, and they're like gold. They're gold. They're really ugly, dude. They're so ugly. They cost like
Colored, or are they actually made out of gold?
No, they're actually gold. No, no, that'd be a lot more than $400. No, they're just really ugly. They look sort of like I don't know, kind of like Air Force Ones, but gold and just gaudy. They're $400 a piece. Unless you want to get the autographed ones, those are $9,000 a piece. And a lot of people at this convention were buying the $9,000 pop ones. It's weird, dude.
Yeah, that's
the
strange.
cult of Trump and the cult of Biden, either side.
In the cult
Anyone
of
that like
shoes, I actually don't. I know very little about shoes. When you said Air Force One,
yeah,
that's a is that a type of shoe?
it's a popular style
Okay,
shoe. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know Air Jordans.
Mhm.
That's really the only shoe besides like Vans, like and
Yeah.
Hey Dudes. I know slip-on shoes really well because I don't know how to tie my shoes apparently. I really don't like shoelaces.
So I mean, he sort of acts like a little bit like he doesn't know what's going on sometimes. Cause like he's at this event, he's trying to sell these terrible shoes. Someone like hands him a Playboy magazine while he's on the stage.
Why?
It's like, President Trump autographed this for me. And he gets
Oh,
it and he signs his name on it, and then he holds it up and he's like, and the music is playing, like the music at the thing is playing God Bless America. He's he's selling really shitty shoes, signing Playboys, God Bless America, and he's getting booed simultaneously. It was a it was a freak show,
was
dude.
it a graphic picture that he was holding up probably
No, it
from?
was just
Oh,
it was
okay.
a cover, but
Okay.
I
That
think
would
it's
have been really
just
funny.
I think it's just those GOP values don't align with being like, yeah, I'll sign your Playboy. And then some people, like civilians, set up a GoFundMe for him because they want to pay his legal bills,
Hmm.
which I'm just like, that's so crazy. The cult like people like that, I just don't understand
Yeah, I
what
don't
they
get it
see in
either.
him. I mean, it's bizarre, dude. But also, I think the GoFundMe was taken down because it's like money being funded to pay for like a legal thing. That's part
Yeah.
of their terms of service. You can't. So I don't know. I'm just disappointed these are our guys, Biden and Trump, because one of them just looks very frail, very sad, and then Trump just, I don't know, maybe he's on whatever stuff keeps him going, steroids or something. Just
Yeah.
lack of critical thinking, like in moments like that. And like that's a bad look, dude. Like that's just a
And I'm
bad
not a
look.
lawyer, but Nikki Haley's not doing well at all. But is her
Mm-mm.
plan like she's like in case Trump goes to jail? Now
Yeah,
here's the thing.
exactly.
I'm pretty sure if Trump becomes president,
Hmm.
before there's like some ruling that he can't pardon himself, or before he gets convicted for like the January 6th stuff, or telling Pence to not or that Georgia to not like to recount their votes and stuff.
Right.
Um, I'm pretty sure he's going to pardon himself if that were to
Yeah.
happen. I think the only way he wouldn't be president is if the outcomes of those lawsuits are done before he's inaugurated, if he is elected,
I
which it
mean,
looks
another
likely.
strategy. This is another strategy that makes a lot of sense. It could be because like now he's talking about his short list for VP,
Yeah.
and it's it's like Ramaswamy, Haley, DeSantis. I think it's gonna be Kristi Noem. I think that's who he's going for.
Who's that?
Um,
I don't even know.
I forget what state she's
Okay.
part of, but she's a pretty woman that's like kind of like a more like together Marjorie Taylor Greene, like
Oh,
less
okay.
less nutty.
Or the other Lauren Bobart, however you say your name. Did you
Yeah,
hear her son got in
she's
trouble in the law recently?
yeah,
Yeah.
he got a 22 different convictions or something. Like he
Yeah,
had a
that's
bunch
crazy.
of he was on like a robbery like like a Bonnie and Clyde thing. Not robbing banks, but like, you know, petty theft and stuff. Yeah, doesn't sound like a great mom or
No.
a person or a representative or
A lot of things.
anything.
But yeah,
I don't
this
like
other pretty lady, Trump
yeah,
supporter that is a little more put together, got her
I
life in
think
order.
actually she might be South Dakota when I think about it, because
Dakota. Okay.
Doug Burgum, whatever that guy. I think he was North Dakota. I'm pretty sure Kristi Noem is South, but I have a feeling it's her. But all these people, part of the deal is you're going to pardon me. So maybe he does get reelected, and then he does drop out, and now he gets the person like bumped up, and then he's like, all right, now you got to save my ass. Maybe that's the strategy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Trump, you think he would have learned because like he's always thought that, oh, if I put you in my cabinet, like he has like a trust thing where he's like, you got my back. And like Mike, when he
Right,
asked Mike Pence, he thought Mike Pence was gonna not,
right.
certify the election, and Mike Pence is like, no, I ain't doing that.
I get it why he had to choose him for, like, you know, the Christians vote, but it's like still like that was just a crazy move. I mean, also because he's like a pure Republican. It's like, yeah, that guy is like he's not ride or die. You think
Yeah.
Mike Pence is ride or die? That's crazy. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his plan is. I don't know how any of this is going to work out. But
I mean, it's probably good that Pence didn't do it because like that would have looked real bad if he didn't
oh, oh
certify
yeah,
the election results. Yeah.
jeez. Um, I'm done with politics
Okay.
for this week. You want to do a quick little AI segment or
Yeah.
talk about? There's
Uh
a couple
oh
things.
yeah, the video
What
thing.
did you read?
Uh what's it called again? Sora? What am I thinking of?
Sora.
Sora,
Yeah.
yes. All right. I remember we were talking about this like a week or two ago. It's very
Mhm.
impressive.
Yeah, I think we covered it pretty good on the podcast already, though.
Did
I
we
think
did
the
we
thing
talk
we
about it? I thought that was like
yeah,
the time when
no,
we just did the channel update. I don't know if we did we talk about it?
I think it was 2 weeks ago we did talk about it, but
Okay.
that also might have been a personal call we had or while we were playing Rocket League. I don't know,
Yeah.
but just in case, I don't know. Look up the Sora videos if anyone out there hasn't heard of this yet. It's OpenAI's text to video. Yeah, we did talk about it. I think I'm just repeating it verbatim,
No,
and I said it
I
before.
actually I'm pretty
Uh,
sure we talked about it together, but I don't think we talked about it on the channel.
oh,
I could
I
be
think the
wrong
more
though.
interesting thing is the Google Gemini talk. You know, have you seen all these pictures like that it's generating?
No.
It's very strange. They spent billions of dollars to train these like AI models,
Hmm.
and all their text to picture or image, they're all choosing like diversity and inclusivity over accuracy. So it's very
Oh.
bizarre. Like you'll type in like show me a medieval king, and then it'll give you like four different random ones, and it's like it's all women of color or like men of color and stuff. It's like
Oh.
that's not accurate. Then someone did it with like German soldiers, and it was like all mixed races and stuff. It's like that's a weird thing because like they so much money and effort went into making this like the best model like AI model, and then it's sort of like they're like, okay, but let's undercut that with this whole like I guess DIE or DEI thing. It's
What does
strange. You should look
DEI
at these
stand
image
for? Diversity,
diversity, inclusivity, and
equality,
equity.
equity. Okay.
I've
Um,
heard it DIE and DEI. I think they say DEI because die sounds bad for something that's supposed to be uplifting.
oh,
But
okay. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's bizarre, man, and it's they actually suspended it. It was getting like criticized so much. They said, "Oh, we're gonna take it offline and like retool it," and they brought it back online, and it was kind of the same. It's very strange. I mean, can you imagine if like the Google search engine worked that way? You're like, I'm in the mood for fried chicken. What's a fried chicken restaurant? And you're like, you know, actually, you should try the sushi place or this Ethiopian place. They're like, you need to try more things.
Korean
Just like
fried
be
chicken,
inclusive. I guess they could
or
do that,
you said Southern
but
fried chicken. Yeah,
yeah,
that is
I
interesting.
don't know. It's very bizarre. And at the same time, OpenAI's kind of having weird issues too. Like it for like 2 days, it wasn't answering questions or anything. It was just saying things like, it is. Period. It is. It is. It is. Period.
Really?
It is. It is. Or like, the one thing that was really funny. I like this one. Everyone was typing things, and for some reason, everyone was getting back the same thing. Full pages of just saying "happy listening, happy listening, happy listening." It's like, what is going on with these things, dude?
Wow. Dude, I've
I
been
know.
I've been
I know.
using Bing every single day. I haven't had that happen, but maybe
Yeah.
they may not be using exactly what OpenAI has. Maybe it's modified or they're running their
Maybe.
own version of OpenAI. I know they invested a lot in it, so I just figured it was the same
The,
thing.
I think the Google Gemini one is the most interesting kind of AI story right now, just because it's like, I don't know, how are you going to fix this? Because I know they still want to be like inclusive with the
Yeah, I
software,
don't think there's
but
anything
they have
wrong
to.
with that, but like it needs to be accurate if you're gonna try to,
It's a
yeah,
tool.
yeah,
It's not. I mean, I guess some people it's for entertainment purposes,
right,
but like it's supposed to be like a tool. And right now it's kind of making like things that are essentially look like parody. You know,
right.
um, yeah, like a woman king who's also Asian and like medieval England. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, that's
Mm.
I could do better than that. And I'm not AI. I'm a man. Uh, I don't know,
Our
dude.
real intelligence.
I, I do say this a lot. I don't like the artificial intelligence term because it's not really intelligence. It is more artificial creativity, where it's like putting together, like stitching together an amalgamation of other images and trying to make a new thing. That's more like artistic than it is intelligent. Intelligence, I mean, like that's just like we've had smart devices in our pockets for a long time that are
Yeah.
making us more intelligent just because it's a connection of an extension of our body, our brain. With a lot of these programs, it is more artificial creativity, which I don't care for as a creative person.
It
I,
really is
I
mostly a
also,
search engine that will compile things for you based on what you ask it to do.
yeah,
And it does have to take some liberties with that. But
yeah, and it does have to steal other people's work.
yeah.
uh, I don't care for that part. Um, OpenAI is actually getting sued right now by Elon. I
I
don't know
heard
if you
about
saw that
that.
story.
Yeah. Did hear about that.
Weirdly enough, though, I went onto the Sam Altman and Elon's X accounts to see like if they were like kind of doing a Twitter beef.
Yeah.
They're buddy buddy. They're like I got you, and I'm like that's not supporting AI's case here. That
Yeah.
like it seems like Elon's gonna win, and basically Sam Altman said that. He said don't bet against him. He's always made the
Wait,
better product.
I thought hold on. I thought Elon Musk was likely not to win this court case from what I read. I
The
heard that
way
they didn't have a lot uh
it's it seems weird, dude. The way the OpenAI is structured. First of all, the original deal was open being open source. He
right.
always said it was an open source tool, and they just said, no, we're gonna make some money, and then it's split off into 8 different like shell corporations. Like there's like OpenAI LLC, OpenAI something else. There's all these different ones. It's
Yeah.
kind of murky, but mostly it just the whole thing comes from the fact that it's not. It didn't follow the path that it was intended to follow.
Yeah.
Um,
I think with open source stuff, like, because there's a lot of companies that do that. Like there's Red Hat. They do a distribution of Linux. They
mhm.
they're technically they have like an open source version, but they it's like closed source for like support. It's closed source for not closed source, but they charge for that stuff. You know what I mean? And if you want to have
Yeah.
like a licensed version of their stuff, otherwise you have to wait, and then they'll release the code to a different distribution. So I wonder if OpenAI is not doing that. If they're not like I
I don't
understand
know.
I understand needing to monetize. Like there's lots of
Right.
examples of open source stuff that people make money from, but yeah, I guess if they're closing everything and it's yeah, that doesn't really fit the name anymore.
It it just also just seems weird when you read this like kind of like tech bro love they have for each other. Like it sort of seems like that hurts the defense. Being
Yeah.
like that's like damning testimony right there that they're just going to use in court of screenshots of X and saying
Yeah.
like, oh, so you agreed with all of his stuff. You said I don't
Oh,
know, dude.
Sam was
It
saying
just
that
seemed
he was just agreeing with
yeah.
everything.
Sam Altman was just being a nice guy, and him and Neon apparently have a really strong relationship still. Unlike Larry Page, who I guess none of them talk anymore.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened there.
Probably
All
talk
right,
shit about Tesla.
probably. I think we covered a lot.
Yeah. Do you want to do a car tier list?
All right, as promised in the previous teaser, we're doing a cars tier list, and it's not just normal cars. These are famous cars, Kevin.
I'm
Um,
glad you did that because I don't know a lot about different
yeah,
cars.
so and for a hot second, I thought of just doing the cars from Cars. And then I was like, that's too specific.
No,
Are
I
we
like
good
that
on
you had the
audio?
Batmobile.
Everything's working here. I just want to make sure we don't have an echo from this third
Nope,
camera.
you have it muted. It looks good. Sounds good.
Nice. All right, so let's go around and just kind of show each one. Um, so here we have one of James Bond's Aston Martins.
Okay.
Here we have Walker's Fast and the Furious one Mitsubishi car from
I
the first movie.
I thought that was a very cool car when it came out.
I had a
Fast
very
and Furious.
similar car. Well, a cheap car, but dude, that movie came out like 2 weeks after I got my license,
Hmm.
and I had a little Civic hatchback that had like all these neon lights and stuff inside of it, and the little the CD screen went like his
Oh
did,
wow.
and it just connected with me so much at the time. So that's probably gonna get a high rating. This is Walter White's Aztec.
Okay. No
I
half
feel like that's a
measures.
pretty iconic car. Of course, yeah, we got Ka-Chow, Lightning
Ciao.
McQueen. There's Jurassic Park. I don't know what this one's called.
Uh,
Is it a Jeep? It's not a Jeep Wrangler, I know that, but I think it's a
oh,
Jeep
is that a Jeep
vehicle.
brand?
I think it might be, or it might have been just some other SUV. Oh yeah, Herbie the Love Bug.
I used to love those movies when I was real little.
Same. The
DeLorean,
DeLorean.
nice. That's
Back to
that's
the
uh
Future.
that's like A tier.
It's gonna be a top tier list, dude.
Yeah,
Um, we have the Bluth Stair Car,
love it.
Arrested Development. We got one Batmobile. I
I
don't
lo
know which movie this is from. We have the Dumb and Dumber. What is that thing called? It was like
the
the
Shag
it was
Wagon. I don't know actually
yeah.
what.
They cut like
Oh yeah,
dog hair or something.
yeah.
I don't know.
Like a
We'll
new
call it
little
just the Dumb and Dumber
grooming.
van. And we have the car from Ghostbusters. This isn't really a car, but I put it on here. It's the Mad Max Fury Road vehicle with like that shoots fire and
Oh, dude, when you had it up on
it's
there, I actually, from a distance, it looks like a train, and I was like, oh, it's the Back to the Future train from Back to the Future 3.
uh that would have been an interesting one too. I was trying to stick with
Yeah,
just
yeah, that's
like
not a car
these kind of
though.
vehicles.
Yeah.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car.
Okay.
Uh, this is
Fierce Bueller.
Cameron's dad from Ferris Bueller. Yeah,
Nice.
the Ferrari. Oh, and then we have oops, I undid it a little bit. And then Dominic Toretto's
Uh,
Dodge Charger.
family.
All right.
Got it.
Yeah, I put both sides of the family on there. Um, all right, man. You pick a random one, and we'll just start putting them in places.
All right. Let's do the Jeep from not the Jeep, the station wagon thing.
Oh,
Well, I guess it is a Jeep, but you were saying it was a Jeep. To me, it looks like a station wagon, the Jurassic Park one. No, you got the right one.
yeah. I don't know what kind of
Maybe it
vehicle it
is a
is, but
Jeep. I thought it was like some Subaru looking station wagon. But no,
yeah,
it
it could
does
be a
look like it
Subaru
does look like an
or a
SUV. Okay.
All right. And also, by the way, let's do this because right now it's like we could be doing different angles of like what's the coolest, what was coolest in the movie. I think we should do this from the perspective of eccentric millionaires who want to collect famous cars. Which ones would you actually want?
Oh, I'd
You
say that's
know?
very collectible. Maybe not maybe
Yes.
not A tier. Let's B.
I'm so solid on B on that one, dude.
All right, cool.
Okay, I'll do one. I'm gonna say the I'm gonna say that I'm sorry to anyone who has a Pontiac Aztec,
Yeah.
but this is an F tier vehicle.
Yeah.
It was chosen specifically in the show to be kind of a loser car
Yeah.
because it's so. I mean, I'm just gonna get that out of the way.
Unless you're running over drug dealers with it, I don't need it.
Yeah. All right, let's choose another
Wait,
one,
I,
dude.
I should hold on. I feel like I'm gonna get canceled for that. Drug dealers that are about to kill my friends and family.
Okay,
I want to
yeah,
put that
I
in
like how
there.
you You became diplomatic about drug dealer murder.
Yeah, I was like, wait a
uh,
second. We don't just kill them just because they're a
so
drug dealer. These people are gonna kill.
right.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
How about let's do some Fast and Furious stuff.
Okay. All right.
So
So Paul Walker's Mitsubishi, whatever it's called.
it's a cool car, but I don't know. It's not gonna be up there compared to some of the other collectible ones. What do you think?
Oh, no, no, no. This was just specifically at the time I thought the coolest
Oh
thing.
yeah, when I was
But now
younger.
as a practical man, I would easily put this in like the C's,
Yeah.
you know? Because it's still cool and fast
Yeah.
and furious, but it's like actually let's do this. Because I would say this is not my style. I don't really care for muscle cars.
Yeah.
I don't really like engines that protrude out of the hood like that. So I'm gonna say just put it below it. Would you agree with that?
Yes,
We
for
can
sure. Yeah, I mean,
we'll
muscle. That's why I have these.
yeah.
I don't need a car.
Yeah, real men just use what God gave them.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy one from Dodge. All right. Do some more.
Is that the
Um,
James Bond one?
that's an Aston Martin.
Yeah, let's rate that one since it's having trouble. I'm not really attached to it.
You know what? I'm not either. I think I'm attached to the price tag. I'm just like impressed. I'm like, oh, that's so cool that he has like $300,000 cars that he uses to like chase spies and they get
Actually,
destroyed every time. That's kind of cool.
yeah, yeah. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it's higher up too if it has like the special like
Special
technology in it that can
gadgets.
yeah
Right.
gizmos and gadgets. What are you thinking?
I'd say let's just keep it in somewhere in the middle then. Um, and keep that there.
C for cool.
How do you feel? How do you feel about Lightning McQueen?
I'm trying to think in real life how you would collect that. Would it just be a cartoon car in a real world? I'm still thinking
Interestingly,
of this.
I have like a small like scale model of this that I
Mhm.
could see that being just scaled up and working. I don't think you could drive it, but it would be really cool to have just like,
It'd
on
be
your
cool to
property.
have
Yeah, I guess.
a car for your friend that would talk to you.
Okay. Okay, let's be clear. I love Owen Wilson, Lightning McQueen, Pixar, all that stuff, but I'm gonna put this low because yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. We'll adjust it later.
I would rank it
Yeah,
higher if it was a real talking living car.
like Herbie, the love bug.
Yeah, I guess if we're rating Kachow D, maybe that Herbie should be a D also.
Yeah, I like Lightning McQueen a lot more than I like Herbie.
Yeah,
Back to the Future car. I mean, we could. This is a real car we could buy. It is
I think
very
it's very cool.
collectible, and also I don't know. Maybe we'll crack the code on time travel at some point, and then this will be like practical. Um, do you want to put it like around A or B? I mean, I think it's
Yeah,
sort of similar.
yeah,
Those are
A or B
similar.
for
They're good.
definitely.
I love Arrested Development, but this would be a pain to
It
drive.
would be funny though. It
Um,
would be very
it would be
funny.
funny. You know what also is funny about this? This is actually a Lego set. It's not. That's not even a
Oh yeah,
picture.
just
It
looks
was
like
just
it's
the one.
pixelated, but really it's
Yeah,
Lego.
it was the one I grabbed, and then I looked and I was like, oh, that's a cool Lego set. I'm an emotionally delayed adult who still likes Lego. Yeah, I put it low just because it is impractical and also made of Lego. Um, okay, Batmobile. This might be
I
a
think
controversial one.
I actually think having a Batmobile would be pretty cool because it's similar to the James
This
Bond,
this.
and I mean James Bond in that it can shoot stuff, right? It doesn't about
Oh
I
yeah,
think
it
it
is
has
like
like
a
a
weapon
rocket on the
car.
back. It's a weapon vehicle. Um, but I think it's
See,
also
I'm not
the design of it. If I'm collecting cars, like it looks unique. I don't know.
right. I'm not attached to this
You're not?
Batmobile though. I like the ones from the Christopher Nolan ones, the one that were like more like dune buggy tank things.
And he also had a motorcycle, I think, too, right?
I also thought that
Yeah.
was cooler than
Yeah.
this. I
Put
think this sort
Charlie.
of.
Want to put a C? Is that all
Oh,
right?
you just forgot my name for a second. I was like,
C for Charlie. That
um,
would that would have been crazy if I forgot.
I'm not really into vans or this look or anything about it. Also, sadly, I don't know if that movie holds up. You know, um, kind of leaning towards pretty
F.
low.
Yeah, we could put it at F for fuzzy car,
Okay, I'm gonna let you
furry
decide
car.
100% on this because I've never seen a Ghostbuster movie. But I know this is a super iconic vehicle, so I had to include it.
Uh, okay. Could I look at the tier list again?
Oh
Just
yeah,
I'm trying to figure out where I would place it because I it is relative to these other placements,
it's
right?
fine. I keep holding it up like you don't know. Like this is what we're doing, Kevin. We're doing the Ghostbuster car.
Thanks, Charlie. I got it.
Yeah, you could put this wherever you want, however important, because I just haven't seen the movies.
Let's put it D.
Okay.
To be honest, I think I saw it once and I don't remember it. I know there's a lot of people that are
Also,
really attached to it, but I think I saw it as I was too young, I think.
I think it's a also isn't that a
I
hearse,
think
like a
so.
you put a coffin in. That creeps me out. I don't like that. Um, Ferris Bueller Ferrari, that's a pretty hot car, dude.
That is cool. Let's put it B.
Yeah, I like
We're gonna
doing
have
it
to move
this
some
way
stuff
because
to A, right? At some point.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's good though. Final assembly, we always like bump things up. Um, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, uh, it's cool. It flies,
Oh, that's true.
but not really in real life.
Yeah.
I'm just
From a
kidding.
practical standpoint, yeah, we'll put it at S. I don't want an
Um,
old shitty car that can't run. Probably goes like 5 miles an hour.
so the Fury Road
That's pretty
thing, I
cool.
think that'd be because we're like musicians too. This is like it has like a bunch of amps and stuff on it. Really cool lighting. It shoots fire out of the guitar. You know, the only thing that would be a hassle is
Parking it
filling this gas
and
tank. Oh,
yeah.
and parking. I'm just thinking this thing is going to be expensive to run. And yeah,
Uh,
and space. It is big, dude. It's the size of a house.
should we put it at the same tier as the James Bond and the Batmobile? Because it's
Probably.
like it's kind of there's a theme there. Mine is Paul Walker's car and uh, Vin Diesel's.
Okay. So now let's start bumping up to A. Um,
DeLorean, I think, should go up to A. If we're,
yeah, I agree.
I like that
I
car.
agree, and I like it so much. I think it's probably going to stay in the first spot too.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, I'd also like to drive the Jurassic Park thing around in real life. That'd be pretty
Do you
tight.
think do you think we should bump that one to A second place or
I
this?
think it should be. Yeah, I think
Okay.
these two did feel like I had strong opinions when we put them there. I was like, oh, these are definitely going to graduate. Um, the Ferrari. It's pretty cool, but it is very old,
It
so
should
it's not
probably
going to be
stay
as much
B.
fun. It won't be as much fun to drive. You know, it doesn't have power steering and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And also it's so expensive, and I don't know. I guess, but if we're eccentric millionaires, we don't worry about the cost.
that's true.
You know, uh, I like.
Should Paul Walker's car be moved to second place B? Or is that,
Think so, or out of just respect, maybe we put it there.
yeah,
But also, I did tell the story about how important that was to me
yeah.
when I was 16 years old. So yeah, I would like to keep it there if that's cool.
Moment of silence too for Paul Walker. All right. You know what? A thumbs up just
Wait, that
happened on
was that
Discord.
wasn't that wasn't very long. I was doing a prayer, dude.
I'm sorry. You know what distracted me? When you put your hand down, you kind of
Mhm.
there was like an outline of like a thumb being up, and a thumbs up happened as we were doing our moment of silence, so it distracted me.
Oh, that's
Can
really
you do it again? Can you
offensive.
do a little
I'll
thumbs
do
up?
it to something I'll do
Yeah.
a thumbs up to something appropriate this time. Like, how about Kachow? Like, it's a pretty iconic car,
Okay.
and I do think if we could move it up. So I'll give a thumbs up to.
Yeah. Do it like real abrupt. I think that's when the thing comes up. I don't know what happened. I saw there was a thumbs up happened, a little bubble. I don't know how you trigger it.
You're you're seeing stuff, Charlie. All right, let's
We both
do.
Charlie now.
You know what? I hate this because it is like a bias because I haven't seen it. I'm looking at it. I think this is an ugly car too. I want to put it down here below Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's how ugly I think it is. But people love Ghostbusters, man. But then again, this isn't for them. This is for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Move it down.
Okay. And then I also think we should move this down because it's sort of like impractical.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm good with this list.
I'm so weirdly like cool with how this turned out.
I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Okay. I mean, we are recording a
We are
podcast.
recording.
So.
I'm just gonna take a picture,
um,
just so I
yeah,
have a
dude. I
still on
think
my
that's.
phone. I'm gonna send it
I
up
think
to
that's a.
space.
Yeah, man. Put it in gold. Put it in the Smithsonian. I say that like every time we do this. I like it, man. I love doing tier lists like this too because it promotes the dumbest conversation possible. All right, everyone. That's enough for the tier list for now. Let's get back to the show. Cool.
All right. Shall we transition to Universe Sandbox?
Yeah, let's play God, man. I like
Good.
Umi.
Let me start.
Or it actually feels more like playing like Carl Sagan, you know? I feel like I'm...
That'd be cool if we get AI to make his voice and like he could like narrate what I'm doing.
Oh,
Like
that would
moonwalk.
that would be really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for this episode, I was thinking we can throw a bunch of moons at the Earth, see how many moons we could get without things going crazy. It's gonna probably be pretty quick. It won't take long.
Okay.
All right, so let me share my screen. All right.
Where's the beautiful music?
Oh, remember I turned down the music last time.
That's okay. I thought it was kind of relaxing, but if it's
We can hold on. Oh, I hear it now. Do you hear it?
I hear it now.
Okay,
Yeah, I hear it now.
cool. All right.
Yeah, it's like at a good volume where it's kind of like nice ambiance, but I still hear you.
All right, we're gonna do. I'm gonna keep the simulation to just the Earth and Moon. All right. So in this one, we just got the one moon, right?
Okay.
How many moons should we give it?
Many moons.
Many
Like in
moons.
Native American culture.
Let's do that. We're gonna add. So there's a couple different ways we can give it more moons. I'm gonna use the launcher. Basically, I'm gonna just shoot moons out.
Oh, that's fun.
Should we have them going different ways or all the same way? One moon.
Yeah, make it chaotic.
Yeah, I'm gonna speed things up too. I feel like things are moving way too slow, too. I want them to spin faster, right?
I mean, I'm cool with being patient, but also it would be fun to see like this thing get bombarded.
You get a moon. You get a moon. You get a moon. Just throw them in the corners.
Nice. How many is that?
Oh shit! Do you see
I'm
these?
losing track of 1,
Uh,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah,
10.
we got quite a.
I,
Yeah, I should have been
oh, this is
counting.
pretty. Well, the viewer can count. The first one to tell us the number of moons we used gets a free shout out on the episode. I was gonna say merch, and then I was like, oh yeah, we don't have that.
Some of these moons are like not staying in orbit. They're just.
Yeah, some of these guys are like,
They're like, I'm out of here.
they're on. Yeah, this is like
They're like,
bad traffic.
Fuck this
They're gonna
podcast.
take a
I'm outta here."
detour. Man,
Huh. I was thinking I'd
What's
have a
hap-
collision already. I'm actually surprised.
I thought so. I thought it was
Maybe.
inevitable.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I need to do these a little closer. That would probably cause more collisions. Let's throw some more moons out there. You
Okay.
get them in?
Oh, those are pretty close shots.
Oh yeah.
Can we turn on like an aim assist or something? Some cheating bot?
Oh, something ran in. Shoot. I think we had.
Oh, they ran into each other behind
Yeah.
us. Can we back up and see that from a different angle? Can you do that?
Oh shoot! Something hit us too. There is a way to rewind.
I don't want to kill the flow.
Look at this moon.
I just want to
this
see.
red one.
Oh, that's gonna be a hit. Oh, that wasn't a hit. Wow.
I think the reason why it's hot though, I think it maybe grazed us before.
Hmm.
Oh shit! All right, yeah, we got hit there.
There we go.
We're all dead.
Well, hey man, I really enjoyed our friendship,
That one moon is
and
just
it
like,
was really nice living.
yeah. Oops, I meant to try to move us away, and I just shot another moon out just for good measure.
Jeez. I feel like putting glasses on whenever we
Play this game.
play God in space.
Yeah, I think.
That loop is bizarre.
Yeah, it's because.
It's almost like stable.
Yeah, I would think that eventually it would run into us. I could speed up time and see. Yeah, that's. It must be stable. I feel like if the moon was that close, though, I'm pretty sure it would like cause the moon to break apart. You know,
I think, yeah, that's
and we'd have
at
like a
least what my
ring.
instincts. Based on the movie Moonfall, I think that science checks out. What a terrible movie that was.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Alright, everyone. Thanks for watching. This was fun. Please stay tuned.
Good episode,
Yeah, it was
dude.
a great episode. Please watch the after show on Monday with Matt. He's going to be. What are you going to be doing? Is it going to get wild?
Oh, you're gonna tune in. You're gonna tune in
Yeah,
to
it's going to
see.
get pretty wild, though.
Oh, it's probably gonna get taken off the internet. It's gonna get so crazy, dude.
And it's live only, right?
So, I think I'm gonna do the first one
Okay.
live and see how that goes.
I think you'll still be able
But,
to watch it if you're not available live, though, right? It'll still show up, I believe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It'll just be we'll have our videos, our shorts, and then our live. So Matt's Monday after show will probably be in that live category a lot, unless it doesn't go well live. But I'm not gonna do any cuts or games or whatever. We just have a lot of talking points we still have to get to. So please tune in. Otherwise, it'd be pretty embarrassing.
All right, sounds good. All right. Bye, everyone.